Hello student, very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think yesterday we were discuss about the scheme number 14, the how the intermediate or the every step gives the product and what are the different reagent and how the reaction condition are maintained, how much percentage of the product were obtained, all these details we have discussed. Now here today what we are going to study, today we are going to study the table number 2, which is the optimization of the SMI2 mediated cyclization of aldehyde carbonate minus 73 and how they have done optimization of that compound number minus 73. And as we know that what is that compound number minus 73, let us see over here, and after that we will see that table number 2. But first of all, what would be the structure of 73 that we already did, seen, but let us see again one more time the structure of that what we can call it as a structure number 73, which we are showing over here, that one. So here look at this structure 5 membered ring where there is a OSEM, then this group also get protected, and after that here so one of the group BOM, yes, and then here is a aldehyde group, and now here is a group COMeO2, that is a group, and now the ring number A containing the group or having the group, this one I am showing BOM as it is. Here the hydrogen atom which is above the plane, at this corner point the hydrogen atom should be below the plane. So if you observe this structure carefully, what do you see? This is the structure is nothing but as a minus 73, and after that whenever there is a addition of SMI2, that is one of the important key step involved for the cyclization of 6 membered ring can be used, that is a SMI2 solvent additive is used over here, solvent additive were used over there, and after that addition what do you get? You are going to get the compound which I am representing over here is this one. This is the structure which I am showing over here. Here is a 6 membered ring, double bond, then here is a 5 membered ring, further attach here one more ring, then further attach as a 6 membered ring. There will be this OSEM, that is the group attached over there. Here this is the group which is protected, which remains as it is O like this, and after that here the group which is attached OBOM, and here the group which is attached over there, and this is a carbon number 28 which is shown like this. There are the two group which I have shown over here, I have drawn like this. This will be the X and this will be the Y, and this is the carbon atom number 10 and the hydrogen atom which is coming above the plane, and now the A ring having the isopropene group as it is, then there will be a BOM, that protected hydroxyl group I have shown as it is, and here is a hydrogen atom that is above the plane, and at this corner point the hydrogen atom which is below the plane. Now here remember, here minus 77 when X is equal to hydroxyl group and Y is equal to hydrogen. If you reverse it, what do you get? You are going to get as a pure enantiomer compound will be 78, where X is equal to H and Y is equal to OH. See, observe the structure carefully, you will find the difference between these 77 and the 78, that are the structure. And now here we are going to find out the combined yield of minus 77 and plus 78 together in the table number 2. Let us see what that gives it. This is the structure, this is a minus 73, where the aldehyde, how the SMIO2 is used for the cyclization mainly mediated. Free radical mechanism takes place, and we will get as this type of the compound which is required for the synthesis of vanosol, which is our target molecule. And as we know that target molecule means what? The molecule whose synthesis being planned is called as a target molecule, and that we are going to achieve by this way or by this method. Now let us look at here table. We are find here is the entry, table number 2 we are studying. Then here the additives in equivalent. After that there will be a temperature should be in degrees Celsius, and then solvent employed during the synthesis, and after that there is a yield must be minus 77 plus 78 combined yield. This is a combined yield of these two are mentioned here. There are 7 entries, and I am showing here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. There are the 7 entries, and what are the additives added over there? In the first entry there is no additive, so we can write here none, and after that they have added as additive is HMPA, means hexamethyl phosphoramide. HMPA, here HMPA, then HMPA, here also as a HMPA, here also as a HMPA, hexamethyl phosphoramide, that is the additive used during this. And now temperature kept during this conversation, this cyclization. So here in the first 25, here also as a 25, in the first 2 entries are 25, then the temperature is exactly double, 50 degrees centigrade, and after that they have changed the temperature minus 78 to 25, means room temperature, minus 40 to 25, minus 40 to 25, that are the variation they carried out during this process. And after that in the second 2 they kept the temperature is a 30 degrees centigrade, and the solvent used during this process, all the entries they have used the solvent here THF tetrahydrofuran, here also as a THF tetrahydrofuran, in this case also as a tetrahydrofuran, here also as a tetrahydrofuran, here also as a tetrahydrofuran. Then in the Second, they have used as a methyl cyanide, and the last one again they have used as a tetrahydrofuran THF. That are the solvent they have employed, and during that what they observe or they got the yield, combined yield in the first is 0, then in the second entry they had got 10, then in the third entry less than 10, in the fourth entry again less than 10, fifth one again less than 10, and then in the second last they have got the combined yield is approximately 20, and in the final entry they have got near about as 30. So, here if you observe this table carefully, what are the entry, additive, temperature, solvent and combined yield, how they are mentioned over here. These reactions were run on 0.01 to 1.0 millimole scale using 5.0 equivalent of SMI2, 0.1 molar in THF, tetrahydrofuran, yield estimated by H1 NMR spectroscopic analysis, isolated yield. Unfortunately, none of these products possess the desired stereochemical configuration at C10. They differed with respect to their configuration at C28. Moreover, the maximum combined yield of minus 77 and plus 78 was 30%, minus 77 plus 78 approximately 1:2 entry 7 table 2, a discouraging result considering the undesired stereochemical outcome of the reaction and the several steps that still remain to complete the total synthesis phase, with the failure to improve further reaction condition for this and a number of other related substrates. They turn their attention to different tactic, but not before obtaining an X-ray crystallographic structure of a crystalline derivative of the major cyclization product plus 78. And this fortunate result become possible by serendipity as a consequence of their attempt to invert the stereochemistry of the C28 hydroxyl group of plus 78 through a Mistundo reaction as shown in scheme number 15, and that Mistundo reaction, which we already discussed in our previous lecture in detail, but here in this scheme also we are going to come across with that Mistundo reaction. Let us see the next point which we are going to discuss over here will be the scheme number 15. So, here you might be thinking how many schemes we are going to study in this article. So, I think near about 19 schemes are there, and that all these schemes we are going to study one by one. So far we have studied the 14 schemes. Now just we are going to start as a scheme number 15. So, this is a scheme number 15. The title of that scheme number 15 will be the preparation of crystalline. Preparation of crystalline. Preparation of crystalline. Preparation of crystalline para-bromophenyl. phenyl, para-bromophenyl, carbamate, para-bromophenyl carbamate minus 81 2 and its minus 81 and its X-ray derived and its X-ray derived ORTP. So that's the study we are going to discuss over here. Let us see here, as we know that the structure number 78, just now we have seen that. So let's begin with that structure over here. So what is that? Let's see here. That is a structure which I am going to represent here. So you can observe this structure carefully. Here, this is a structure which I am trying to draw over here. So this is the structure I am showing over here. This is a structure 5-member ring. Then there will be a OSEM, and here the 1,3 hydroxy group are protected like this. And now here, as we know that there is BOM bomb group. And now coming back to our A ring, which possess isopropylene group as well as it has protected hydroxyl group, and at this corner, as we know that hydrogen atom which is above the plane, at this corner point the hydrogen atom which is below the plane. Now here the hydrogen atom, I think it should be above the plane, and now at this point there is a hydroxyl group which is also above the plane, hydroxyl group at is a 28th number there. And now this is nothing but the structure of plus 78. Look at this structure. So there are rings, whatever skeleton required, carbon framework required for Vanucell B, that we are nearly going to achieve that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and one more, one common 5-membered ring joined to the 6-membered ring that is shown over here. And now after that, when you added the reagent, A reagent, let us see as a reagent, which will be para nitro C6H4 CO2H means para nitrobenzoic acid, and there is a DEAP, that is a diethyl azo dicarboxylate, dead, that is a dead, DEAD, diethyl azo dicarboxylate, and followed by here is a PH3P, that is a triphenyl phosphine which is used over, and after addition of this, and here what do you get? Here you are going to get, I am going to show over here the structure, stereochemical structure will be like this. So here the structure which I am showing over here, here the other part, the zigzag indicator there may be as a ring, which is not for sake of convenience we are not writing over here. Now here the 6-membered ring which I am trying to show over here is this one. Now here the ring which is shown over here. There is a, after that, here we can show this ring followed by this 5-membered ring. Then there will be a hydrogen atom that goes below the plane, and here one more, here is a oxygen atom at this position. Here, that is which we are showing over here, is not there. Here, after that, this is a group where we can show the 5-membered ring, and here this is a group OSEM, that is a protected hydroxyl group. Now, here is a hydrogen atom shown like this, here is a oxygen atom, then it is no, this is here only, here you can show here, make the correction, and after that there will be a group oxygen atom, and this is the protecting group is shown like this, and after that here not this one, this is the this type of the bond. After that oxygen atom over here, then we can show here this is a oxygen atom attached over, not this, here is a oxygen atom. Now further there will be a O, then P, pH, pH, another pH, 4 bond, and therefore positive charge developed on phosphorus. This group has then pH, then there will be a P, NO2, C6H4, COO minus, that COO minus is going to attack over there, and then this is going to attack at this position, and this bond is going to break like this, and you will be getting, after showing us the mechanism, let me once again clean this board, and I am showing the arrow like this. After that, what do you get after the mechanism? How do you get, how the compounds looks? So you can see over here, this is the 2 5-membered ring attached to each other. There will be a 6-membered ring. Here is a double bond already there, and after that there will be a 5-membered ring further attached with another 5-membered ring. Here maybe this one, this is a isopropyl group. Here this is a group which are protecting group, and after that here we can show oxygen atom over here. This is further attached to at this point, and here the hydrogen atom should be above the plane, and coming back to our A ring, which possess isopropylene group as well as it exhibit the OBOM group, and here the hydrogen atom that should be below the plane, above the plane, and this is the hydrogen atom which is above the plane, and this structure is nothing but as a minus 81. This is the structure which we have got here is a 81. So, not 81, that is a 80 minus 80, not this, minus 80 that we got over here. That is the structure which we got here is a 80, and this is a 79. This is a structure number 79. From 79 we got as a minus 80, and after 80 I am going to show here the reverse. I am inverting the arrow, but you must keep the your continuity for this reaction. Now, after that 80, the reagent which I am going to add over here, see here A reagent will be the LIDBB followed by C will be HF hydrogen fluoride in presence of pyridine, and the next reagent A, B, C, D, the D reagent will be P parabromo C6H4 NCO, that is a group which we are adding. After the addition of all these groups, what do you get? You are going to get the structure number minus 81, and which one will be this one? Let us see here the structure which I am going to draw over here. I am representing the structure. You can see over here carefully. This is a 5-member. Further, the 5-member ring is further attached over here. This is the ring. There is a OH hydroxyl group. That group remains as it is over. Sorry, in 80 there will be a SEM. After that, LIDB it get open, so we will get hydroxyl group over there, and after that this is a protected group which remains as it is, and the next one here the group which also remains as it is. Here double bond is already there, and now here what is going to happen? This group isopropylene group remains as it here O, then here C double bond O NH, then this is the group PR parabromo, this is the group attached over there, and now here the hydrogen atom which remains as it is. This hydrogen atom should remain as it is. There is a hydrogen atom that should be below the plane, and this is the structure which we have drawn over here, and that structure is nothing but as a structure number 81 minus 81. That is the structure which we have got over here. After the, so in this way we have seen how the scheme number does the reaction of this compound with para NO2 C6H4COH, PH3 pre and DEAD means diethyl azo, diethyl azo dicarboxylate in benzene at 70 degrees centigrade led to the isolation of tetrahydrofuran containing polycycle minus 80, presumably through activated intermediate 79 whose intramolecular collapse as shown in precludes external displacement of the OPPH3 leaving group by the nucleophile PNO2C6H4CO minus. The combination of servo-steric conjunctions for the desired nucleophilic attack and proximity or rigidity effects is apparently overwhelmingly in favor of the observed intramolecular reaction, sequential removal of the bomb LID BB 90% yield and same HFPY 93% yield groups followed by selective installation of bromophenyl carbamate groups at C29 para BRC6H4 NCO pyridine 84% yield then led to crystalline derivative minus 81 melting point 182 degrees centigrade with acetic acid hexanes. X-ray crystallographic analysis of the latter compound C-ORATEP scheme 15 unambiguously confirm its Vanusel-like structure and by extension those of its precursor plus 78 and minus 80. So, now in the next lecture we are going to discuss about second approach to the originally assigned structure of Vanusels and whatever the reagents and the conditions that we already discussed in these lectures. Now, I think with this, let us stop today here. Remaining we will see in the next lecture. Thank you. Have a nice day.